Bexhill seems to be a pleasant little town. Although personally, I prefer more modern buildings.
And on that note, as we're going a minute into it, and I couldn't apparently open my mouth to talk, what's going on, guys? It is I, Sly Cooper 88, also known as Steve. And welcome back to episode 3 of Agatha Christie's The ABC Murders. Now, when we last left, the ABC murderer had told our lovely Belgian detective Hercule Poirot that he was going to be heading to the town of Bexhill. So that is exactly what we are going to do now. We're going to talk to Chief Inspector Japp and figure out what happened.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly. I fear that this case is...
Come on, Poirot.
Certes. But how many times will he kill me?
How do you do, gentlemen?
Chief Inspector?
I fear your admirer has struck again, Poirot. We haven't yet identified the victim, but it's a young woman, 20 to 25 years old. Death occurred last night between 11:30 and 1 o'clock, and we found an ABC guide on the body.
Was she pretty?
Come on, Poirot, that's rather out of place. It has no bearing on the murder.
Are you certain? For women, it is often the most important thing. It often decides their destiny.
The body hasn't been moved. You can see for yourself.
Has the press been informed?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I haven't yet informed them about the presence of the ABC guide in Andover.
Nobody has reported a young woman missing?
Not for the moment.
No witnesses, I imagine?
Indeed. We've asked everybody who may have met a young woman fitting her description last night to come and see us, but I have little hope of gaining anything from it.
It's early days, Chief Inspector, and the news may not have spread around the town yet.
I hope you're right, Hastings.
Oh, I'm so used to using the left thumbstick for stuff that I forget that this has
A braided
PC game type controls.
It may have belonged to the victim. The young woman wasn't wearing shoes or a coat, and was not carrying a bag. That's strange. Either the murderer stole her belongings, or she put them somewhere safe. Maybe so that she could bath. The guide is open at the page for the Bexhill train times.
Catty Pooh. My dog's coming in here to visit me. What you doing, Sass?
Apart from the marks on her neck, there are no signs of the struggle.
Hi.
She didn't manage to hit her assailant. These marks have been left by a rope or a braided cloth. She was a great beauty. Strange that Japp didn't notice it. This key is too small to be one for a house. Without a doubt, it is for a padlock. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Oh.
The poor child must have been strangled with his braided belt. Unfortunately, in view of the fabric, it is unlikely that we will find any prints. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. The medical officer should confirm that the victim was strangled with her own belt.
That's what I thought. She shows the usual signs of strangulation.
With a little luck, we'll find prints this time.
You are too optimistic, Hastings. Our killer is far too meticulous for that. The number is upside down. This is definitely at number 6.
715.
A dual locking padlock.
Hopefully you guys are excited watching this, because I will admit I've already beaten this game, guys, so I know everything that's going to happen. But still, it's exciting to play adventure games like this. Because it gets your mind going.
Left her belongings.
If you're a mystery fan, it kind of gets your mind going. It gets you to thinking about, like, okay.
Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach. The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft and the motives for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top-brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Japp has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called
Elizabeth Barnard, namely Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
The unfortunate part about this game is Poirot does not run. So you got to basically slowly and agonizingly walk everywhere. Like everywhere. That's why I said this is going to be a slower playthrough. But we're gonna take in the sights, guys.
With all these tourists.
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
Something tells me that she's the owner of the Ginger Cat. This woman must be the owner of the Ginger Cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
What a pity. I don't have any change to make it work. I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own. These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty? I should consult the register. I should consult the register first. Where is Betty? Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service? Most probably a single man, a whiskey lover, maybe the murderer. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one. Most probably a family. Betty served a family and a man on his own, a whiskey drinker, maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
I fear that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
Do not be so sure. Miss Barnard's tragic death may be a good advertisement for you.
It makes one despair of human nature. Poor young girl. She was a hard-working and pleasant young woman. I didn't know her that well. She'd only been here for 2 summers. I know that she had a young man. He used to call for her sometimes.
Do you think he could have harmed her?
I repeat, I wasn't on close terms with Betty, and even less so with her fiancé. How do you expect me to answer such a question? Now, please excuse me, I have work to do.
The customer who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought. Time to visit Betty's home.
I'm sure a lot of you are like, well, Steve, why are you picking all the wrong answers? I'm picking all the wrong answers on purpose because there's a trophy for making a lot of mistakes, and I'm purposely trying to get that trophy during this playthrough. The story is going to play itself out regardless of me. I'm sure a lot of you are, and plus, I'm sure a lot of you are like, well, Steve, why don't you just play the game normally? Play it smartly. This is one of those games where it would have to repeat the entire gameplay just to, play it correctly, choose all the right answers, etc.
I will take it as one for now.
Yeah. Parents are at the police station.
Do not worry.
Did you know your sister's...
No. I arrived. She went out last night.
What was your last...
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother brought her a pair. The very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
I mean, to choose all the right answers and everything else, it would be absurd, guys. It really would be. We'll probably play through the game. I mean, there's probably people who have completed this game and got, like, complete walkthroughs and everything for it. I'm just doing what I feel I need to do. You guys can take it however you will.
They're all Miss Modest, but the Barnards are definitely music lovers. Hastings always pays more attention when...
Mr. Poirot, I don't like being stared at.
Would not be polite to... This gramophone is magnificent. They're all Miss Modest, but the Barnard... What is she feeling at the moment?
Mr. Poirot, I don't like being stared at. If you have something to say, would you please say it to me?
Betty's older sister is not just sad, she's angry. Your sister had a fiancé, I believe?
Yes, he's called Donald Fraser. A very nice man.
Was your sister seeing anyone else?
My sister wasn't a child, sir. She used to go out. She enjoyed films, dancing. She was a very good girl who didn't hang around with men. That's what they always say, no?
I am not interested in what people say. I am interested in the truth, Mademoiselle Barnard. If you only knew how much I would like to talk with someone who does not know that your sister is dead and who could provide me with a true portrait of her, beyond the formalities.
The truth is that my sister was a silly little fool. I tried to reason with her, but she behaved like an idiot.
In what way?
She used to say that if she was going to marry Don, she might as well have some fun now.
I understand. Please continue.
Oh, it's...
But of course.
Betty's room is opposite the stairs on the first floor. Feel free to take a look if you think it might be useful.
Jackie Poo.
This young woman is far too clever not to have anything else for us.
Do you think she's hiding something?
That is what I'm trying to...
Surely you don't think she did it?
I did not say anything of the sort. But young women always ruin your judgment. Who knows? Maybe Megan was jealous of her.
She may have had her sight, or maybe she was in love.
We have to study all scenarios. Well, bring him to the Ginger Cat. I would like to talk with him before the Chief Inspector finds him.
So now we're gonna go up and explore Betty's room. Ugh.
I have not finished inspecting.
And just because it's fun, have Hercule Poirot twirl his mustache.
It looks like Betty was also a music lover, the same as her family.
She's doing jazz.
Without a doubt, Betty used to sing. A box of new stockings. It looks like Betty has a very busy life. Betty liked luxury and going out, and being as pretty as she was, she probably did not have any problem getting herself invited. Something on this clock bothers me. This metal disc is... This wooden panel is blocked. What a strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to turn the hands. cogs are blocked by these... The cogs are blocked by these... The cogs are blocked by... There, that's better. This leg is not well attached. This wooden panel is... This decoration appears... This decoration appears... This decoration appears to... Good. It should be possible to... This wooden panel is blocked. This decoration appears to be...
We're getting there, guys.
This wooden panel is blocked.
We're getting there.
Look, a key. This could be useful.
Wait a minute. Study this a moment. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
The central cog is...
Oh, maybe it is this way.
The central cog is...
Oh, wait a minute. It's showing me where these go. Okay. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Some of these puzzles, guys, can be very confusing. Nope.
The central cog is... The central cog is...
Yeah, this is
This
the bad
code
part.
probably has...
This is hilarious. I got stuck on this puzzle the last time I had played it. I'm trying, guys. Wait a minute.
The central cog is blocked. The central cog is... The cogs are blocked.
Oh, wait a minute.
This decoration appears to be This decoration appears... The central cog is blocked. The central cog... The central cog is blocked. The central cog is...
Oh, wait a minute. Nope.
The cogs are blocked by...
Huh. Well, that's inconvenient. Guys, I think we're partly stuck here. Hold on. Wow. I thought I actually had this. kind of embarrassing that during I told you guys in playing this game that half of the puzzles were probably going to take a while, and that most of the playthroughs are going to be me trying to solve these puzzles. I'm actually right now working, going through a YouTube vid here, fast forwarding, and I'll try to make up for the extra time here, guys. I'll make this an hour-long episode because I don't want you guys to have to suffer because of me not being able to inadequately figure out puzzles. Okay, so I was wrong on this one. Okay. Oh, wow.
I definitely...
Did I just figure out the puzzle?
The central cog is... Something clicked on the front of the clock.
Well, that was embarrassing, guys. I just stupidly didn't look at the puzzle right.
A new lock has appeared.
And there we go. Got this finished finally.
This could be useful. A wonderful evening in your company, and I hope that we will see each other again very soon. D. My dearest Betty, I know that your art is already spoken for, but you are the most beautiful dancer I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I am impatient to see you again. Adrian. Betty, I enjoyed a wonderful...
Oh.
My dearest Betty.
Well, that was an embarrassing...
A record sleeve with an handwritten title. Betty must have recorded the demo. I'd be interested to hear it.
I feel rather embarrassed by that.
Looking at all the clothes she took out, Betty must have had a problem deciding what... Medicine to prevent voice loss. This small key should be useful. I've finished with this subject. Eric.
Yeah, I'm sorry to those who actually watch this. I didn't realize I would idiotically take 6-7 minutes. And now we got another puzzle.
I cannot open it. So, what is this mechanism? Let us see. What is this cupboard hiding? This looks like solfège. There is probably a link with what I saw in the drawer. There is bound to be a clue somewhere. That doesn't work.
Well, if you would click right where I need you to click
I cannot open it. It looks like... That doesn't work.
Sorry guys, just fiddling around here trying to figure this out. Sassy Pooh. Sassy Pooh. Sassy Pooh. Hi. Hi.
There is bound to be a...
Oh, yes, I see you. Yes, I see you, Sass. I'm not a musically inclined person. I took music quite a lot when I was a kid, but it's one of those you can't really take for granted kind of things. Yeah, you really can't take that for granted. Yeah, I think, guys, after we're done with this and the corresponding dialogue, you know, I'll shut the gameplay out for the day. I should have really come prepared. Shut up. I should have really had honestly came prepared to do this. But I didn't actually think that I was going to have this much trouble. And sadly I did. Okay, so let's try this.
I heard the sound of a mechanism being...
There we go. Yeah, sorry that you guys gotta watch my horrible puzzle solving skills, but then again,
I just have to
I did
put the
forewarn
record-
you guys that this was going to take a while because of the puzzles. No, I don't want to go there.
That doesn't work.
Oh, there we go. Why do you... Ooh, this thing's starting to irritate me. Go where I want you to go. Daddy Pooh. Strong girl. Oh.
Oh, Donald. We're in the middle of recording.
Sorry, Betty, but it's not wise. The doctor said you should rest your voice.
You're such a killjoy sometimes.
Betty was such a good singer.
It's true. Did she have any problem with her throat?
Yes, she had to be careful with her voice. Of course, she didn't follow the doctor's advice. Too late for all that now.
It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone. She is looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this manner? They made the perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way.
Well?
He's a bright man. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always...
I hear a...
You must have heard...
You have not mentioned Donald's jealousy.
There's nothing to say.
You are a poor liar, Mademoiselle Bernard.
Excuse me, Mr. Poirot, but I do not see why you are interested in our humble little crime.
It would appear that your sister's murder is the second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr. Poirot. Don is a quiet and sensitive young man. Slightly reserved, too. And as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper, he completely lost control. He could be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago. But they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man. It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day.
Well?
He'd commit murder.
So you were afraid that he would become our main suspect. I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Exactly. Had you not told me about the case, I would never have dared to tell you about this little matter. Don loved Betty with all his heart. I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
Very good, Mademoiselle Barnard. Thank you for your help.
Fraser is at the Ginger Cat. The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him now. Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
Of course, Mr. Poirot. And don't be too hard on Don.
If you say. Let us now try and...
Really? I thought it'd be a lot more simpler than that. Okay, what did Betty plan to do with her evening? They're killing me with this. Ah, there we go.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work. You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind. I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
And as soon as we go into the ginger cat here, guys, I'm going to stop the playthrough. I mean, granted, it's funny. We're in episode 3 and already I'm starting to wonder if I might have made a mistake in doing this playthrough for you guys. But you know what? As I said, I want to break up the monotony. I want to do something different.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease.
And with that, guys, I'm going to end the playthrough. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 3 of Agatha Christie's The ABC Murders. We're going to talk with Donald Fraser. And keep powering through this game, guys. I hope that you guys, minus my screw-ups with the puzzles, are enjoying this lovely little mystery game. If not, tell me in the comments below, or tell me, on this actual channel. I would like to get more feedback from you guys on this channel, because I love doing these, and I have no problem doing these, but at the same time, I do want to hear from you guys, whether it's constructive criticism or it's, well, hey, if you decide to get, such and such game in the future, could you do a playthrough for it? Like, I've got loads of games that I need to actually play through. I've been buying too many games as of late. Don't worry, guys, it's not super expensive. I've been buying a lot of, indie and, lower budgeted games, or games that are, on sale. Excuse me. But anyway, we're hitting the hour mark, so I will see you guys later.